This week at the Supreme Court. Chief Justice Alexander G. Gesmundo, on Monday, February 3, 2025, led the celebration of the 89th founding anniversary of the Court of Appeals. Acknowledging the indispensable role of the appellate court in the judiciary, he urged the Court of Appeals to continue embracing technological innovations and reforms towards swift, fair, and transparent administration of justice. On the same day, the Chief Magistrate administered the oath of office to newly appointed Sandiganbayan Associate Justice Lord A. Villanueva, who previously served as Department of the Interior and Local Government, or DILG, Undersecretary for Operations, prior to his appointment to the Anti-Graft Court. Chief Justice Gesmundo and the Associate Justices also met with His Excellency Tull Traisorat, Outgoing Ambassador of the Kingdom of Thailand, to the Republic of the Philippines during a farewell courtesy visit held at the Supreme Court en banc Session Hall. The Supreme Court en banc on Tuesday directed the House of Representatives, the Senate, and Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin to comment on a petition challenging the constitutionality of Republic Act No. 12116, or the General Appropriations Act of Fiscal Year 2025. They were given 10 days to file a comment. On Tuesday afternoon, the Supreme Court started hearing oral arguments on the petitions regarding the transfer of the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, or PhilHealth's excess funds to the National Treasury. The oral arguments will resume on February 25. The SC has clarified the prescriptive periods for value-added tax, or VAT, refund claims with the Commissioner of Internal Revenue, or CIR. The SC summarized the rules for filing administrative VAT refund claims under the relevant memorandum circulars of the Bureau of Internal Revenue and the Tax Reform for Acceleration and Inclusion, or TRAIN law. In a decision written by Associate Justice Alfredo Benjamin S. Caguiwa, the Supreme Court's Third Division held that for VAT refund claims filed before June 11, 2014, the 120-day period for the CIR to resolve the claim begins when the taxpayer determines that its submission of documents is complete. The case involved Dula Ship Management Philippines Corporation, which sought a refund or credit of unutilized input VAT for 2012. Dula filed its administrative claim with the CIR on March 31, 2014, and submitted additional supporting documents on July 28, 2014. In another case, the Supreme Court reiterated that extrajudicial demand is not required before an action for judicial foreclosure can be resorted to, unless required by law or agreed upon by the parties. In a decision penned by Associate Justice Mario V. Lopez, the Court's Second Division granted the petition of Goldland Tower Condominium Corporation, which challenged the Court of Appeals' dismissal of its action for judicial foreclosure due to the absence of demand. Goldland filed a complaint against the former registered owner of a condominium unit and its subsequent owner. Goldland demanded for payment of the principal sum of 4,362,208 pesos and 14 centavos. Representing the unpaid association dues, and in case of default, for foreclosure of the encumbrance over the condominium unit in accordance with Rule 68 of the Rules of Court. The court held that as soon as a debt becomes due, the creditor gains not only the right to demand, judicially or extrajudicially, its payment or fulfillment from the debtor. In addition, the creditor becomes entitled to the right to initiate foreclosure of the security as payment. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, February 5, the Supreme Court held the final leg of the information and recruitment drive for the Office of the Regional Court Manager for the National Capital Judicial Region in Quezon City. Senior Associate Justice Marvic M.V.F. Leonen delivered the keynote address, while Associate Justice Josep Lopez gave the welcome remarks. In the afternoon, a training on the electronic filing or eFiling component of the eCourt PH version 2.0 was also held, led by Associate Justice Rodil V. Zalameda and officials of the Office of the Court Administrator. The court took part in the Open Government Partnership or OGP Asia and the Pacific Regional Meeting held in Manila from February 5 to 7 in Taguig City. On Wednesday, the court led two side events on decongestion and the justice zones. On Thursday, Chief Justice Gesmundo participated in the roundtable discussion entitled Leadership in Action, Ambition and Collaboration for Strategy 2023 to 2028. Hosted by the Philippines, the conference brings together top government officials, civil society leaders, and policymakers from Asia and the Pacific, along with global and regional partners, to exchange experiences, best practices, and progress on open government initiatives and implementation on key issues. The event is organized by the Philippine government through the Department of Budget and Management and the Civil Society of the Philippines. Meanwhile, the Office of the 2025 Sharia Bar Examinations, or SSBE Chairperson, Associate Justice Antonio Tico Jr., has announced the court's approval of a financial grant for examinees from the Middle East. Sharia Special Bar Bulletin No. 3 outlines the guidelines for the grant equivalent to the actual reimbursement of airfare and accommodation expenses not exceeding 80,000 pesos. Qualified applicants must send the complete supporting documents to avail of the financial grant on or before March 15, 2025. And that's your Supreme Court this week. I am Tiffatin D. Doblatran, Supreme Court Information Officer.